soda cans, paper towels, toilet paper. Can you do anything with your gel plate and that stuff? I saw something on the internet that really intrigued me. Somebody took a soda can, actually I think it was a beer can, but they found it in the street. It had been run over till it was flat. Now I wasn't going out searching in the roads, but I had this Dr. Pepper can, so I took a hammer to it and tried to flatten it as much as I can. And I'll show you what I'm gonna do with it. This is the first time I've tried it, so I don't know how it's gonna come out. I'm gonna go ahead and use some Payne's Gray. This is the part that's gonna be really messy, and I probably should not have put it all over here because in order to get this on the gel plate, I'm gonna turn it over on here. Well, not quite sure how to do it, but I'll do it like this so that I can sort of press it down. Oh, it's sliding around. Oh, but still, it's close to what I wanted. Okay, now look at that. Okay, to me, that looks like the face of maybe, I don't know, a sloth or something. I'll just put it back down on there even though it's wet. Let's see, it would be good if I could just kind of manipulate some of the paint there. I'll just do it with this a little bit. There, kind of makes it look a little bit like an eye is happening. Okay. And I'm gonna let this dry. No, wait, I'm not gonna let it dry. What I'm going to do, I'm just gonna take this piece of scrap paper, gonna put it down on here. Okay, now doesn't that look like a face or something? It does to me. And what I wanted to do is to cut it out and use it in a larger print so that it looked like, I mean, maybe a collage, yeah, or in a larger print. So it would look like an animal. This one, I don't know if there's enough paint on here to lift it off. May not be wet enough still. Yeah, well, we've got the suggestion of a face. You know, I'm looking at it upside down here. Actually, I don't remember which way was right side up or upside down. Maybe it could be an owl. Sort of looks like an owl. Well, anyway, so you never know what kind of things you could use. I'm just gonna stick this here because the paper will stick to the gel plate, and going to try rolling. I've got purple here. I'll just put some on the brayer. Actually, you know what? I should do it like this in order to spread it on the brayer, right? And then, oh, gotta be careful. This has some sharp edges on it. I don't think I'm getting enough on here. Let's see. I'm just pressing it off camera here. No, I didn't get enough on there, but well, hey, we'll do this. I want to be careful though, not to press anything in that's going to cut my gel plate. Let's see what we've got here. No. Well, anyway, this was a fun try. So, you know what? While I'm trying different textures of household items, I've seen people do this. And I'm gonna take this paper towel. Okay, there's a pattern. Okay. There's that side of it. Ooh. And then here's the other side. Okay, I didn't press that down very well. But let's see what it does here on the paper. You know, I actually saw somebody do this with toilet paper. It's kind of cool. Oh, well, look at that. You don't have to go buy special texturing tools if you have some paper towel or, heck, let me go get some toilet paper. Okay, so here we go. I've got some nice floral print toilet paper here. Need a little bit more paint here. Oh, let me mix some, what is this, crimson? Yeah, some crimson with this, just for interest. Get the gel plate a little bit wetter. We'll put 2 sides of toilet paper on it. That side and the other side. I think I'm still seeing the dots. I think I need to, yeah, I'm still seeing the dots from the paper towel. So I think I'm gonna need to clean this off. Yeah. Well, those dots made a really nice texture. I'm impressed. I noticed that this toilet paper is mostly embossed on one side. See that? But on the other side, you cannot see the flowers very well. And you know, every brand of toilet paper has a different pattern on it. Okay. So first we'll do the flower side. Can't see it very well, can you? Let's try the other side. It may be that it needs to have more pressure on it. You can just see the little ridges. Let's try a little more. You know, I wonder if I were to put the paint on here. Well, let me just try this. I'll put a little more pressure on it. Sometimes, you know, if you're trying to get a fine pattern to transfer onto your gel plate, you need to actually put it on the material. Well, there, you can see some flowers. Okay, one more try. I'm gonna get some more toilet paper. I'm gonna put the paint on the toilet paper, and then I will press it on the gel plate. So let me give this a little wipe off here. Don't need a wet wipe. Oh, now here's this toilet paper is, it's making lint. Maybe I need, what is that, Charmin or something? Is that the toilet paper that leaves you fresh and clean or whatever? I don't know, it doesn't make lint when I use it, you know, in the bathroom. But maybe this paint is just sort of, you know, taking it apart, making it fall apart. Here we go. Maybe I need a lot more paint here. Okay, I don't know if this is going to go on the gel plate or not. I might not have had enough paint on the toilet paper, but we'll see. It's the only way to find out, right? Okay, so we have a faint pattern here. I'm thinking that with this particular toilet paper, what we need is a nice layer of paint on here. And we need a nice press of the toilet paper. We'll give it one more try. With gel plate printing, you need to try all sorts of things, even with making a standard kind of print, you know, the kind of print that everybody does that should be straightforward. You need to try it out and see, is it going to work for you? Because paints are different, gel plates, brayers, the humidity in your house. Okay. All right, and we do have some flowers there. Let's see, will it come up on a piece of paper? I'm really liking those dots from the paper towels. And hey, all right. So this is evidence of something. I'm glad this happened. When you look at the gel plate, you can't always tell what things are going to look like when you put them on your piece of paper and pull them. That is pretty nice. All right, so live and learn, right? It's good to try these things. Ooh, what else can we try? Okay, well, I've got the cheapo napkins here. They don't have any pretty design in them, but they do have a pattern. So let's try it with that. All right, we'll do this side. And we will do this side. And like I said, we need to go ahead and pull this up on some paper, okay? Because it's not enough. I've been judging it by how it looks on the gel plate. Nope, we need to put it on a piece of paper and see what comes up. Oh, I'm gonna need a hand washing after this, huh? Oh, okay. You know, not only nice, but, oh, with the two colors, it's nice, isn't it? So, you know, this gives so many possibilities for things that you can do. Let me see if I can find something else to try. All right, I found, you know, I use my paper towel pieces until I absolutely can't use them anymore. So here's an old piece that I had not yet, you know, it's still usable. It's not falling apart or anything. So we'll go ahead and see how it prints. Of course, with these papers that are not as strong as copy paper or the other papers you might use doing your gel plate printing, you don't want to leave them on here too long because they could end up really sticking too much. Okay, would do both sides. And we'll take a piece of paper. Oh, all right. So we've got the pattern. You know, and the thing is that it's not, when you look at it on the piece of paper, it's not as identifiable as the pattern you see on the paper towel. In other words, I don't think anyone would look at that and say, oh, that was made with a paper towel. You know, it's just kind of like a bit of a random pattern that would add interest to something else that would be in your print, some other elements. You know, the whole point is that there's all kinds of things you could use. I don't have any random fabric or ribbon hanging around, but if you do, you could use that. I mean, even like if you had an old pair of jeans that you're going to throw away, I bet the denim would make a neat pattern, even the seams and the sewing on it, you know, and the little rivets and everything. So there's so many things. If you want to have a pattern that's included in your gel print, oh, you've got all sorts of things at home, right at your fingertips.